So photosynthesis. You've heard the word before. It's kind of a big word. We've used it in our class before. Let's break it down. What does it really actually mean and why is it so important? Everyone's always talking about photosynthesis. Why do we care? Well, it makes two things that at least I really like. Oxygen to breathe and food to eat. It's pretty important stuff. So here's our actual definition. Go ahead and write this down in wherever you keep your notes. Photosynthesis is the process plants use to turn water, H2O, and carbon dioxide, CO2, into sugar, which is also food. It's stored energy that plants and animals need to survive. So they turn it into sugar to eat, and they produce an extra oxygen, O2. So the reactants, the things you start with, water and carbon dioxide, is turned into sugar, or the energy, which is stored in the sugar, and extra oxygen. So the equation looks like this. Carbon dioxide plus water, and there's 6 of each because you need lots of carbons and oxygens and hydrogens to make this sugar. That's what that big 6 is. 6 carbon dioxide, 6 waters, turns into 1 sugar, or 1 glucose, plus 6 extra oxygens. We love sugar. We love oxygen. This is the only process that can do that. So without plants, without photosynthesis, we're not here. So plants need energy to make sugar, which they get from the sun. So the whole thing that drives this process is the energy that comes from the sun. Remember, the sugar molecules are big, and it takes a lot of energy to push all of those molecules together and store it in bonds. That energy comes from the sun, and photosynthesis is the process that plants do, and a few bacteria and other things that you saw in the video earlier, but mostly plants, to make it happen. Some examples, name a plant, that's an example. Let's break down this word. Photo just means light. You know, like a photograph is light paper, when photographs used to be on paper. So photo, how's Abby doing today? Oh, that's my daughter. Synthesis, to make. So it makes energy from light. Photosynthesis. That's where the name comes from. Put in your own non-example. A good non-example, if you can't think of your own, would be the opposite of photosynthesis, which you might be sitting there scratching your heads like, I feel like we've seen this equation before. Because you have-ish. It's just been the opposite. So take a look. It's the opposite of respiration. Respiration is what humans and all animals, and actually all plants do, to get the energy from the sugar and breathe in oxygen, and we release carbon dioxide and water. Plants do just the opposite as well as respiration. They do just the opposite. They basically make their own sugar and then they respire. They make their own sugar and then they respire. So they're doing both of these at the same time. Oh good, my kid's napping. She went down around 1. Good info. Let's see. Yeah, so respiration is sugar plus oxygen, and we produce carbon dioxide and water. And photosynthesis is where they take carbon dioxide and water out of the air, basically, and turn it into stored energy in the form of sugar and oxygen. Just got another text. My daughter had a big day at the park, so glad we can keep you updated during this video. That's all. There's a few more activities in this Nearpod about photosynthesis just to get you thinking about the process and how it works. It's going to ask you to do some matching and some other activities. So enjoy. We'll talk more about this next class. See you.